Today I want to talk to you about the question. So think back to the last time that you went to, first of all, if you don't know me, my name's Dr. Jody Dinnerman. I'm the founder and creator of All Things Staffless Practice. And about 4 years ago, I hit a wall and it hurt really bad and I fell really hard and I figured out how to never, ever, ever have to run a practice without staff again. And I did it and I got really good at it. And then the world changed overnight. And my friends all started asking me, hey, what do I do? You got to tell me what to do. And I wrote my first book, and then I wrote my second book, and then I wrote my third book, and then I wrote my fourth book. And here we are today with a school, and we're developing a software program. There's so much happening on this side of the computer because that's how it happens. Like if you're in flow and you create good things, the next right thing keeps presenting itself. And that's true too for our practice. So here's my question to you. When's the last time that you went to a doctor's appointment or a practitioner, whether it's a holistic practitioner or a new gym, whatever self-help, self-growth thing that you're checking out these days, and felt like you were really seen and like left that appointment thinking, damn, that was good. Damn, that person really listened to me. I think one of our weaknesses as wellness practitioners is we forget what it's like to walk into a practice for the first time because we get bogged down. Like it's not like you're doing anything wrong. It's just that you forget to look at that thing. You can only look at so many things at once. So then I probe you with these questions, these pungent, you know what pungent means? Pungent's like, it's like whenever I talk to anybody who's been to India, they say that when you get off of the plane, this wave of smell of spices comes over you. And you smell these spices for weeks, for however long you're there, and then some. It stays with you. It's pungent. It goes deep. It penetrates deeply. So I think the goal to being an effective communicator when it comes to your practice is to ask pungent questions and to really care about how they're answered, to give them space. So just a for example, I never know what I'm going to say when I come on here. This is not planned. I don't have a notebook in front of me. I have like a blank pad in front of me. And this is a heart share. This is from my heart to yours, right? And I have a practice member. I have a wait list for my practice. I'm a pediatric and prenatal chiropractor, although we've been seeing a lot of people, me and my angels, have been seeing a lot of people who they're my age. They're not necessarily having babies anymore. Maybe their kids are having babies. And there's one person who's been trying to get on my schedule, and she's very demanding with how much time she can spend in the office. I'm the same way. Like if I go to a new doctor, I'm like, I need to leave by 10 of because I've got 50 other things to do. And I really want to take the time to make sure that I can properly serve this person. It's important to me. It's fine for her to pop in for an adjustment, which takes maybe 10 minutes once she's an established practice member. But for her to become an established practice member, I need to listen to her. I need to listen with my heart. I need to listen with my hands. I need to understand the tension patterns in her body. All of these things are really important. And it takes time to do that listening. It also takes really good questions. So this specific question is borrowed from one of my mentors, Dr. Russ Rosen of Optimal Health Coaching. He's brilliant. Like if you want to learn communication skills with patients, especially if you're a chiropractor, you got to learn his stuff. It's incredible. So he taught me to say to my people before I even touch them what my goal with them is and get an agreement on it. That's thing number one. And this is the most important question. Let me tell you why it's so important. I don't have somebody sitting at my desk who's protecting my time, energy, money, and protecting the time, energy, money of my practice members. That's what my front desk person used to do brilliantly. protect the time, energy, and money of the practice, honor it, protect it, um, position themselves in a way that everybody is in fair exchange and everybody is having a lovely experience, right? That person does no longer exist. We don't even have a front desk in my office. So how do I still establish, you guys, please listen to this. This is going to save you so much time. How do I establish the protection and the honoring of time, energy, money if I don't have that person? How do I ensure that the problem of wasted time, wasted energy, and wasted money doesn't happen in my office? Especially since I don't have somebody sitting at my desk making sure that that doesn't happen. What I do is I ask this question. And I ask the question before anything else happens. And I asked it the other day and I actually turned somebody away from my practice. So here's the question. You ready? Should I share it with you? Yeah, I should. I feel like I need a drum roll. I'm having a hot flash. Let me just get through the hot flash and then I'll share with you. I went out to Scottsdale to see my coaches last week. And whenever I come home, I have hot flashes for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Last time I came home and it's because it's so freaking hot in Scottsdale, right? The sun is it just penetrates so deep. And I thought I was like in the throes of menopause. I thought I came home and something terrible was wrong. But it ends up that I have an internal air conditioning unit that loves to take care of me when I come home from Scottsdale. So here's the question. Mrs. Jones, here's the trajectory, right? She finds out about me from probably her OBGYN or her midwife or her doula or her lactation consultant or her mom or her dad or a friend or somebody who knows me. And she goes to my website and very clearly sees within 3 seconds what to do to book an appointment with me. She pays for her appointment. She books her appointment. She fills out her paperwork. I get notified by my virtual assistant that I have a new patient appointment that day. I review her health history. I actually print it because I love paper. And I highlight, right? I highlight that puppy. And I have it in front of her when she comes to meet me. I've already connected with her going through her history form. And I sit down with her and I say to her, hi. There are actually 2 questions. The first one sounds something like this. My job is to make sure today that I'm the right person to serve you at this time. And if I am, I'm going to take great care of you. And if I'm not, I'm going to put you in the hands of somebody who could be a better fit for you right now. I promise you, I'm not going to waste your time, your energy, or your money. Does that sound good to you? That's my first question. Does that sound good to you? That's an agreement that happens with my practice member before we go over any of the fancy highlights that I'm about to put in front of her, right? Does that sound good to you? It's a simple question. If she says, yes, that sounds good to me, which she usually does, sometimes she says no, not really, but sometimes it's happened. When she says yes, then if there is a point in the conversation where it's no longer, it becomes clear or apparent that she's not in the right place, then I'm going to put that back in front of her and I'm going to say, I promised you something. I did this last week, you guys. Someone came into my office and she was on fragile ground. She had a lot going on. She was on a lot of different medication that I didn't know how those medications combined. And my care goes deep. It's emotional, it's physical, it's spiritual, it's all of it. And I wanted to have certainty and clearance from her mental health care provider that she could handle the unwinding of this emotional process, which was going to happen, because I knew after 25 years of doing this, that that was what her experience was going to be. I wanted to get a green light from that person. So I said, I'm not the right person to serve you right now. Come back to get the green light and then come back to me. If you're just looking for somebody who's going to find subluxation, which is what chiropractors do, and address them and really not, tap into that part of your experience that might create some emotional release, let me refer to you to somebody. But in the meantime, I just need to get a good thumbs up from your mental health care provider. Because I made that promise to her and she said yes to it when I asked her. The next question is, I'm going to give you 2 questions. And you guys, if you're already a student of Staffless Practice Academy, all of this is in the new client experience. The next question is, my kid thinks it's a good time to start singing. Hold on one second, you guys. Sorry. It's so fun to have a home office, isn't it? The next question is, before I do an exam, I say to her, Sally, I have 3 different kinds of people who come to my office. 1, the person who has something going on, wants to be over it, get over it, and be on their way. Their care plan is usually for about a month. I like to see them a few times a week. 2, somebody who has something going on, wants to get to the root cause of it. And then maybe they pop back in the office every once in a blue moon if it resurfaces. That type of person usually starts with like a 90-day care plan. I see them like usually 3 times, then 2 times, then 1 time for the 12 weeks. 3, somebody who comes to my office who is looking for chiropractic to be part of what they do to be healthy and stay healthy for a lifetime. And we usually take care a year at a time with those people. That's most of my practice, Sally. Where are you coming in? Are you 1, are you 2, or are you 3? That's the second question. So when she asks me, when she answers that question, she says, oh, I'm definitely a 3. And I put a care plan in front of her for a year of care. Do you think it's less intimidating for me to do that if I've already had that conversation and asked that question to her? I'm not telling you what kind of care plan to put in front of your practice members. That's not the point of this. The point is, ask the hard questions. Ask the questions that might create a little bit of discomfort for you and your practice member, the bold questions that set the tone for who are you coming into my office and what are you looking for? Let's make sure that I can help. That's what these questions are about. Because if you have staff or you're used to having staff, usually their job is to ask these questions or evaluate the situation for you and report it to you, right? In a really great way. Like, that's awesome. It just didn't work for the way that I wanted to practice. So here's my offer to you. My offer is for you to start thinking about what kind of questions need to be asked on visit 1, before visit 1, on visit 1, after visit 1, on visit 2, on visit 14. Just write down some questions for new practice members so that you can serve great care while protecting the time, energy, money of you, the time, energy, money of your practice members, and the time, energy, money of your family. Everybody wins, right? The only other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to do an hour-long training on the Staffless Practice Success System. If you want to learn more about what you actually do with the front desk to get rid of it, what do you do with all of the things that are supposed to sit on the desk so that you can get rid of it? If you want to go over that stuff with me on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, or even if you want to get access to that training, drop the word training below where you're seeing this video and we'll make sure that you're registered. You just have to register and we'll get you the recording even if you can't make it. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to share tonight. I have to go do 50 million other things, and then tomorrow is a whole new day. I'm loving you guys from here. I know that you could be doing anything with your time right now, and the fact that you're listening to me, quite frankly, makes me smile. And my offer to you is to go give the world great care. Go make it better by serving great care. I'll talk to you guys next week.